The fossils have been broken and worn by the freeze-thaw cycle, the punishing effect when water seeps into the ground and then expands when frozen, cracking open rocks. The purpose of the tunnel is to dig deep into the permafrost, which is not prone to those seasonal changes, and hopefully find better preserved, smaller, and more delicate bones.
When we get in, what we hope 20 meters, we're going to be beyond that. So we're going to see bones for the first time that's never been through that.
With the entrance set safely above the fossil layer, they give Bobby Fithian the go-ahead to complete the blasting. When they're finished, the tunnel stretches a remarkable 65 feet into the cliff, laying bare rock that hasn't seen the sun for tens of millions of years.
We're going to finish securing the tunnel and supporting this brow.
The team has successfully completed the first phase of their project. The delicate work of excavating the bone bed will begin in 5 months' time, during the Arctic summer when the weather is milder and the sun remains above the horizon nearly 24 hours a day.
There isn't any reason for this tunnel not to be here at least 100 years from now if you take care of it.
Okay.
You've got a nice tunnel. You're going to find some dinosaurs.
Oh, yes.
Good job, buddy.
For Tom, this is the culmination of years of struggle.
Dr. Rich?
And he knows that without the skills of the Alaskan miners, it could never have come to pass.
I'd like to thank all of you. You know, you guys have helped me achieve something I've been trying to get to for 18 years.
Though the goal this time was merely to build the tunnel, their work paid an unexpected dividend: hadrosaur bones. These duck-billed plant-eaters appeared about 145 million years ago and were one of the most successful groups living, right up until the time that all dinosaurs died out, around 65 million years ago. Hadrosaurs may have owed their success to several important adaptations. They were one of the first large animals to evolve fleshy cheeks and hundreds of teeth that were continually replaced, features that made it possible for them to chew their food instead of just biting and swallowing, as other creatures did. They also built nests and apparently tended their eggs, like brooding birds. Hadrosaurs are the most common dinosaur found at the Liscum bed. But 28 miles upriver from the tunnel, atop a 300-foot cliff, a second team of paleontologists has made another remarkable find: a mass grave containing at least 4 species of dinosaur, including Gorgosaurus, Edmontosaurus, Troodon, and Pachyrhinosaurus.
This is the most diverse assemblage of dinosaur bones here on the North Slope. It's got a variety of kinds of animals. It's got tremendous bone density. There's an abundance here like would never have believed.
Tony Fiorillo and his team are doing paleontology the old-fashioned way, with picks, shovels, and grim determination.
There's some sites I've worked in the lower 48 where a chimpanzee with a popsicle stick can work the localities. This quarry is not one of those localities.
It's late summer, but this hardly feels like a vacation. The treacherous climb, the frozen ground, the freezing rain are a daily trial. But it's all been worth it, because Tony has just found the crown jewel of the Colville. A massive skull, flattened but otherwise intact.
This is the right side of the face.
It takes a trained eye to see the shape embedded in the rock, but to Tony, it's crystal clear.
This is the skull of a horned dinosaur. It's upside down. So you're looking at the right side, or the right cheek, of something that we've been calling Pachyrhinosaurus.
Pachyrhinosaurus, the horned dinosaur, a relative of Triceratops, previously known only to live much farther south. And there are others.
There's 14 individuals of a horned dinosaur in this little pit so far.
Finding so many Pachyrhinosaurus in one spot is like stumbling onto an elephant graveyard. 70 million years ago, something happened that deposited the bodies of more than a dozen massive animals in this one spot. The river below offers a clue.
The density of bones so high that it's easy to envision this being a jam in a river channel. These animals were transported downriver somewhere, and presumably they created their own little log jam, except it was a bone jam in a river channel.
But as long as the skull remains in the ground, there's little that Tony can learn from it. So the team is working to remove the half-ton piece of rock that encases it, so that they can transport it back to their lab in Dallas, Texas. Step 1, dig out the skull without breaking it.
Is move some of this rock